Helium is a network that is basically powered by radio waves and LORA technology. We've talked about it a lot this year on the channel and along with many others. It's very interesting and they're backed by Google. There are some interesting competitors that are popping up. Are they just trying to rip a good idea that's starting to gain serious traction? Are they putting their own unique spin on it? Or is this totally different and shouldn't even be in the same category? Today's video is not about Helium and the HNT coin that's valued at over $1 billion now. That's crazy. Today we're going to be looking at Wicrypt, which is basically taking the same model, including hardware that you mine with, but it's very non-intrusive. And you get rewarded in their own token with it. And well, I'm gonna reward you for watching this intro with 10 seconds of Tails, our resident Shiba Inu Doge, and our CMR Chief Mining Officer. My name is Vosk. Again, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Make sure to slap that subscribe button. Today, I'm pretty excited. We're jumping into a review of a Helium competitor. Would you say it's a clone? Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever wanted to get into Bitcoin mining, but you don't know where to start? Well, we'd recommend our sponsor, Compass, who not only will connect you with mining farms and you can host Bitcoin miners there, but now they also sell Bitcoin miners that they'll ship directly to your house. Learn more about Compass with the link out in the video description below. Just like this background behind me, there are some cryptocurrency blockchain projects truly building out networks. It's pretty cool stuff. But as always, this space is new. It's exciting, it's speculative, and it's also risky. Make sure you understand that and that this video is for general informational purposes and entertainment only. It's not financial advice. Today's video is also made possible by Wicrypt, the smart Wi-Fi network powered by the people for the people. Where have I heard that before? People powered networks. No. But anyway, so with Wicrypt, you're mining tokens when anyone accesses your internet hotspot. They have hotspots and they function like actual hotspots. And we need to recap Helium here, especially with how much we've covered it and how this has to be an influence on Wicrypt's project no matter what, right? So Helium, you mine with radio waves, it's fun, it's exciting, it's incredibly lucrative. Their token is very profitable to mine. It has a huge future. Basically that, right? We look at the valuation. No, excuse me, I said 1 billion earlier. It's actually up to 3 billion. So yeah, 3 billion, and right now ranked number 51 by CoinMarketCap on cryptocurrencies. If you want to learn more about Helium, check out the channel. If you want to get into Helium mining now, the best miner to buy by far is absolutely only the Bobcat Miner 300. We got a direct link to it and a video on how to buy it because you do have to check out with cryptocurrency. But basically, Helium is really fun, exciting, and lucrative, and they're backed by Google. But here's a key note that took place in 2016, so really several years ago now. It's a long journey building out unique infrastructure. But what's the deal with Wicrypt and how far along are they, right? So they've already released an app, and that was one of the big claims to fame with Helium. They have a good app overall, especially before their network became overloaded. It functioned as a wallet, as well as a way to control your hotspots and much more. With this app, you connect to their Wicrypt hotspots, you set your billing rate. I mean, you control everything you earn. This functions as a wallet as well. This is a very critical piece of the infrastructure, and their app is available on Android. Wicrypt has also been raising money in public and private sales. So here's their tagline, right? Wicrypt, decentralized mobile internet sharing and monetization network. Smart network of micronodes powered by the Wicrypt OS, giving anyone the power to act as a micro internet service provider. Wicrypt users mine WNT when sharing or connecting to Wicrypt enabled hotspots. In this investing schedule, the token was sold at 20 cents per token, and it will unlock over the next year. All funds will be unlocked in 2022. But those aren't the only early Wicrypt investors. Okay, they raised $1.5 million from some individuals and investing firms. So one thing to note here, Sandeep Nailwal, I'm sorry, I probably said your name wrong, among these other organizations, right, raised $1.5 million, but they lead with the Polygon because he is a co-founder of Polygon. That's a pretty big deal depending on the association and the investment amount. And this is a keynote, which I'm going to touch on here in Well, just 1 second, but first let's look at the price. So Wicrypt right now is trading at about 7 cents per token. It's already more than a 3x from its IDO price that was completed very recently. Trading volume is low, and at a fully diluted valuation per CoinGecko, it puts it at still only a 14 million. Total supply here of 200,000 tokens. Let's compare that to something that we may be more familiar with, like Helium, 223,000 tokens. Or excuse me, million on Helium and million on Wicrypt. But the key note there is it can kind of give you an idea of if they have huge success, what's an easy thing to compare and see what these tokens could be valued at. Well, we're talking, if they achieve this level of Helium success, over 30 bucks. Those are massive gains. But that's always exciting and lucrative. But is it realistic that they really get there and go that far? That's the real question. But here's something that's pretty interesting. Remember that Polygon investor? Why is their token on Polygon? And yet they raised funds in BNB, Binance Coin on the Binance Smart Chain. It's interesting here. So we jump back, you can see that the funds were collected on Binance Smart Chain, but the token was launched on Polygon. And that's, to be honest, it's a little peculiar, but you can see these other projects are doing similar things for, numerous reasons. So we click over the token tracker contract address here. We can see the master contract of 200,000 tokens. However, what's weird here is when we open up the contract, we look at these couple transactions, we go back to the token tracker here on Polygon Scan, and then we click back over to CoinGecko and we see this exchange pair on QuickSwap. And so let me pull up my MetaMask, see if I'm logged in, and see if it automatically switched me. So I want to switch to Matic. So we can see what's taking place here. I'll just punch my Matic in, right? So I've got to prove that I can spend this. And this is what doing a decentralized trade is all about. I'm going to assume that you know what MetaMask is and Polygon, how to use it and all that stuff. If you don't, we have video guides on all that, including a video on how to make money on Matic Polygon. So you can see that was completed. And so maybe this will be the day I turn $5 into something crazy, right? So I'm going to throw basically $5 or 2 Matic at WNT. Price impact is low, but it's also a low buy here. It does have to go through a couple different transactions, which increases the transaction fee, but that's still nothing compared to Ethereum transactions because it's going wrap Matic to USDT, and then it's going to interact with the USDT WNT pool. If you don't know, QuickSwap is one of the biggest and best decentralized exchanges on Polygon, kind of like Uniswap, but for Polygon, because for some reason Uniswap just fails to support other blockchains. It's totally stagnant. That's what happens when you're too deep in the Ethereum ecosystem. While we wait for that transaction to complete, let's talk about the team. So introducing the Wicrypt executive team here. So what's interesting about this entire operation is based out of Nigeria. And this is a quick pull up of their office on Google Earth. I haven't verified these things, but it is listed at the bottom of their website here. Miss Vosk did have a video call with the Wicrypt team. Some of them had their cameras on. She cross-referenced their team and saw that those were the people in question. So this is not an anonymous team, and I'm really happy to see faces attached to it. There's that bad stereotype of Nigerian scammers, right? At least over here in the West in the United States. But that's something where you've got to check your bias at the door. And you can't let things like that make you dislike everyone from Nigeria and every project that comes out of there. It's a country with real people doing real things as well. Wicrypt is led by Ugo here, founded several companies helping African business and bank scales monetize online. He worked for KPMG Nigeria, performing vulnerability assessment and penetration tests on systems of financial institutions. Settle down, ladies and gentlemen. In 2017, Ugo built a crypto wallet from scratch that supports Bitcoin, Bitcoin derivatives, Ethereum, and other ERC20 tokens. So with that off the top, including a graduation university, it sounds like a pretty good kind of resume and background. I invite you to look into their whole team before you jump into this project. It's worth a read if you're going to spend your hard-earned money on it. But that transaction is cleared, so let me pull up my address. Oh, you really going to do me dirty like that, Polygon? Come on. I thought we were tight. So we can see what happened here, right? Polygon scan's a little slow, but this finally updates over here. And with this transaction hash, we can see the transaction ID. We see what happens, right? So I traded these wrapped Matic or Matic tokens traded on top of the Polygon blockchain, exchanged for 4.5 USDT or Tether on top of, which is, you know, Tether token pegged on the Polygon blockchain. And then that was traded with the pool that I can now get the Wicrypt token. And we can see that I have these tokens now. And we pull this address up, and this appears to be the actual correct address, and the previous address that I had pulled up, I guess, was incorrect. And that's how we do a little bit of detective work, right? So with that said and completed, we have the correct address here. We can see almost 10,000 addresses holding these tokens, over 23,000 transfers. We see relatively frequent transactions taking place here, a lot of the trading coming out of MEXC exchange. And if we click back over to CoinGecko, we can see that they are doing significant volume considering this project, and that would make sense. The trading's happening there and then being withdrawn from that exchange, because that's really not all that reputable of an exchange. But you know, when you're early, it's really exciting to be listed on all kinds of exchanges. All kind of listings and liquidity is helpful. So looking at when that listing did take place, they referenced the price, opening price of 4 cents, shot all the way up to 24 cents, a 500% increase, and then dippity dropping 67% down from its all-time high per tracked on CoinGecko to its current price. But its current price is still significantly higher than its pre-sale prices. And keep in mind, when it's early in a project and there's a lot of investors, and if any of their vested tokens or non-vested have unlocked or just are simply unlocked, a lot of them will take profits, right? You get a risk-free, you know, opportunity to triple your money. A lot of people are going to jump at that. Not everyone's looking for the 100x. Big boys put in big money, like 3x. That's big money. That's real big money then. Wicrypt did have an audit completed by TechRate. In this audit, they had no high severity issues, no medium severity, one low severity issue, and other privileges. So basically, the owner, which is Wicrypt, has not renounced because they may want or need to make changes here, and I can understand that, right? But they have a centralization privileged aspect and access here. That's okay, it's common with new projects, but it does pose a potential risk, but that's also needed for them to be able to change and adjust things moving forward. And that again kind of points back to new projects, they're risky. And that's the name of the game in the cryptocurrency sector. You may have also noticed it said NFT on that audit. You can mint devices, Wicrypt devices, as NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And let's talk more about devices. Plug, play, and earn. It's a really enticing title. Lynx 304 and the Spider B78. Featured products down here, we had the Lynx, a small battery powered device maintaining up to 50 concurrent client connections, Wicrypt 4G mini modem, a key piece they hope to build out their network with. Then the Spider, high capacity device without an internal battery, can maintain up to 70 connections, and this is really more of a workhorse and less of a smaller battery, easier to deploy device. Both of these devices have a key note here. They can mine WNT, which is the whole name of the game, if you go ahead and get into this. So maybe you want one. Well, for better and worse, you can join the waitlist now. So finally, let's kind of just recap the features, right? Share hotspot, earn WNT, create Wi-Fi hotspots, switch providers, mine WNT during every internet session, monitor data consumption, and easy redemption of these tokens. So it's interesting, right? Is the use case there? Is this gonna be the next Helium, right? I mean, that's the fun, exciting tagline. But the path in between then and there, it's a long journey. It's a big endeavor. But Helium will not be the only network like this. There are numerous competitors popping up. And to be honest, in this tech world, you know, digital revolution we're in, there's a lot of room for multiple projects. I've been wondering why no one big has not just forked Helium and be like, yeah, we're gonna make a better version. I mean, to be honest, that keeps me up late at night. I think about forking Helium. And I think I'm gonna fork you if you don't smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Wicrypt. Are you interested? Or do you think it's a cash grab? As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money. I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.